Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to talk today about body wisdom and the importance in our experience of nurturing a wise body. So, body wisdom is basically the information or wisdom that is in our cellular makeup. It is in our physical body, and it has been obtained through the many years of evolution of mankind. And that information has been passed down at a cellular level. It also is the information that we receive from the environment with our body. Now, this information is important because it keeps us safe. It keeps us healthy. It helps us find good mates and great tribe members. And in society today, we find that we are a very heady or very mental society, and we can perform much of our daily tasks with using only our mind. We might use our body physically, but we don't pay much attention to the feelings and sensations that are happening as we're performing those tasks. And when we do that, we miss out on some information. So some of the basic information we miss out on is that we're hungry, that we're thirsty, that we're tired, or even that we're stressed. Quite often we pick up on those cues much later than they were really first given to us. Some of the more complex information that we miss out on is our gut feeling, that intuitive hit or that instinctual reaction. And if we're in our head, it makes sense that we're not going to feel that in our body. So when we think of body wisdom and mind wisdom, two very, very separate things, very important, both of them, but very different. And I like to liken it to our senses. So if you take the sense of smell and sense of taste, we're receiving information from both senses. They're very different information. And if you've ever had a cold and your nose is plugged, it also affects the information that comes from your sense of taste. It doesn't taste quite as well. So when they're working together, you have a much more profound experience. And it's the same with our mind and body. If we have our mind working with our body wisdom, the information we will receive will be much more beneficial to us. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, it takes practice. If we haven't been in our body, if we have been a heady person, which the vast majority of us are, and I will admit to that too, it's something that I still consciously have to work on, is paying attention to the sensations in my body. And to help us do that, of course, there's meditation, there's breath, there is stillness. And in that stillness, we will notice how our body, which is energy, is interacting with the energy of the environment around us. And because they're on different frequencies, the body can pick up messages from that energy and that environment and relay them to us. And then we feel them as sensations and feelings. Now, I want to tell you, those sensations and those feelings, they will not lead you astray. They are fact. But there is a caveat. Your interpretation and your perception of them might not be factual. And that's why, to start this practice, if it's new to you, to do so with compassion and tenderness, because some of the feelings you might be feeling, because they're new, might feel really large. And mostly, if we breathe and we sit through them, we can pass through them. But sometimes they are large, and we might need assistance learning how to sit with them. And that's when I would advise seeking out a professional helper. But for the most part, if we sit with them and we breathe through them, it's kind of like shining a flashlight in the corner. That corner's not quite as scary anymore. And as we learn to feel these sensations and understand what they mean to us, our brain or our mind wisdom will also start to trust that body wisdom, and they can work in collaboration. And then we can really use the internal input that we've been receiving and the external input together and have the most profound experiences, because we are not one-dimensional. We are a mind, a body, and a spirit, and we need the information from all of those aspects. We need to address all those aspects, or we will be stunted. And it is my hope for every one of you to live a vibrant and thriving life. And so I thought I would just share this ramble today. So thank you for your time, and until we talk again, please stay hydrated, well nourished, and well rested.